Good morning. We are live. How's everybody doing today?
Good morning.
I'm happy to be here. Blooming Cheese in the house. Just Sampson in the house. Myers and the mouse in the house. Good morning to you. Welcome in. I appreciate you guys being here. Sandy Norris, hello. My mom in the house, hello. And everyone, happy Tuesday to you too. Hitchhiking Bones in the house. Caitlin's in the house. What's going on? Love seeing you guys in here. Dean Bancroft in the house. You members of the channel, thanks for being here, especially the Sure Nuts in the house. I appreciate seeing you. Mar in Memphis in the house. Thank you so much for being here. You guys make my day, showing up every morning and talking a little Disney and hopefully putting a smile on people's house, people's face.
Or your house. I mean, hey.
we're talking about the Downsize Diva in the house. What's going on? Welcome. Bill, my buddy, Magic the Mouse TV in the house. I appreciate you guys all being here. Jackie from RV into Disney.
Here.
Hello to you. Hello to you. When last we spoke, the world was crazy. It's still crazy, but we're going to talk a little Disney.
Crazy in a different way.
Yeah, even if people don't want us to talk about happy things, I'm going to talk about some happy things. Disney Parks, Disney California Adventure Park.
Yes.
This is going to be a harder one for me than it is for her this time. I love the park. I know the park 10 years ago. Let's be real. It's been over a decade since I've been there. So this is the one that I'm least confident in, that like the experiences that I have are old. You know, most of the parks and most people who have an opinion about parks would have a more updated opinion on DCA than I do, is what I'm trying to say.
Honestly, mine is only a little updated because we've
Hey, Jesse Robert Garza. Hey, Jesse, how are you, buddy? Long time no see. Orlando Mike in the house, too. What's going on, my man? How are you? Kadani Sean. Good morning. How are you?
So we've been in Texas for 9 years. And when I go back, I usually only go to Disneyland. So I haven't been that much.
Zip in the house. What's going on, Patrick? Good morning.
But last year, at exactly this week, I was there for the graduation party.
So wait, I don't think I understand. You usually, when you go back, you go back for an annual trip. You go to Disneyland only, not DCA, but last year you went to DCA. Is that what you just said?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's what I thought.
So I've sort of been there, but it was very dark and at night, and it was a party, and there were stages everywhere. It was cool, though. But we could still do this.
So for me, though, okay, so I liked DCA when people were mad at DCA. I liked Disney's California Adventure when people were calling it a failure. I didn't.
And that's when we went a couple times a week back then.
We did.
We were going
I have great memories. It's funny when I think of, so I'm a Disneylander more than a Walt Disney Worlder. All right. We're Walt Disney Worlders now, but my life, I'm 50. For the first 40 years, I was a Disneyland guy. And, that's a lot of trips as a kid, as dating you, as a young parent, all the things. And so like Hollywood Tower of Terror, I still think of the Hollywood Tower of Terror where there isn't a Hollywood Tower of Terror. Right. It is now Guardians of the Galaxy.
Sure.
Yeah. So my memories, and we'll talk about it, some of my favorite Disney memories are in DCA. And they're at Mickey's not Mickey's Mary, at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween, before it was a big thing, before it was like popular. We used to get
tickets for like $20 and no one was there.
And thank you. And had the run of the park. People were mad at, you have to pay extra for staying at the, my kids would dress up and they would get all the candy. I felt like it was like an insider perk.
It was.
That the masses didn't know about.
Hardly anyone went, and you could get tickets and go multiple times, like during the month. It was nothing like now.
I remember there was one season that me and you would take our daughters, and they would take a couple of their friends on occasion, not always. And I feel like I had abs before this story. We would stand outside of Hollywood Tower of Terror, which we loved. We loved that
down
ride.
In like the little Hollywood town.
I would ride it like once.
Land.
And then my girls with their friends would go ride it 12 times while I would eat churros and caramel.
And dip them in caramel.
And we would sit there.
With Reagan, because she hates that ride.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That was the impetus for us staying off the ride, I think. Yes. Absolutely. You guys go ahead. We'll stay with Reagan. And then I remember towards the end, we're like, you think they're going to want to ride it again? Because I'm going to need another churro.
They would go. It would just be back and forth and back and forth. There'd be like no line because no one was there.
Very little line.
They would just get off and get right back on. Get off and get right back on.
Yeah.
I don't.
And then walking it reminds me of Hollywood Studios. I don't know if it does for you, but so you walk in DC and you make the left turn. This is 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
Down. I don't remember the name of the road, but
Buena Vista Street takes you down.
There you go.
And then that's the center of shopping. And my favorite
and there was
Starbucks.
Yes, but there was some animation room that you'd go in and they would tell you the history. And
And
I
churro
love
toffee.
that. And
Churro toffee is on the corner there.
Again, I didn't always weigh all the pounds. I blame churros and
that was on
bacon.
the right, but if you go on down and turn left into Hollywoodland,
Yeah.
that's where you get churros.
I loved it, and then you'd have to you'd go all the way to the end, and they'd have the facade there. And then you have to make the right.
Around Disney California Adventure.
And then you have to make the right to go to Hollywood Tower Terror.
Yes, it's at the end of that road.
Oh, no problem, Myers the Mouse. I hope we see you back. Do you have an old DCA map? I guarantee we do.
Oh, yeah, I have. It's probably on here. It's probably on the trunk that we're
So
using.
my laptop is on my Disney pins. What? It's like a jewelry box that you created into a Disney pin box
in the map
that has a whole bunch of maps on it. But I mean, I don't know where we're at. But
we definitely have some.
We collect old maps. Well, we did.
Because I had Bug's Life, remember?
I do.
So our kids were smaller.
I liked it.
At least Reagan and Peyton. Brittany and Samantha went along just to go along. They didn't enjoy it, but Peyton and Reagan grew up in Bug's Land, going around, and remember the little Chinese food?
Butterfly. Yeah.
They had the little Chinese food boxes that you could sit in, and it was like a little hot air balloon, and it just spun you around a little bit.
Those rides aren't there anymore, right?
No, that's all gone.
The one with Heimlich, I loved it. The smells were so good.
Yeah.
And
I'm a beautiful butterfly.
I love that guy.
And you would go through, and Reagan's favorite part was the slice of watermelon you would go under, and you would smell watermelon candy.
Oh, that's good. Good memory.
Yeah.
I loved that ride. I loved that area. I remember being there and being sad that it was going away. And this had to be, a decade and a half ago.
I totally get why they don't have it, because it's very, very much a small.
The Orlando guy in the house, what's going on? Jay Skywalker, what's going on? Good morning to you.
I was sad to see it leave. And the little man bug bumper cars.
Yes.
They had that.
By the way, Jay Skywalker.
Yes.
Still has a better last name than me.
Yes, he does.
I almost didn't get it in today. That would have been tragic. So I love that area, but it's totally gone now. And this area now is a classic area that I've only got to enjoy through like Resort TV One and other people's streams and videos. But it's your favorite little area, right? Is that where that is?
The Cars Land? No, Cars Land. Well, yeah, actually, it might be.
And they took that out for a reason. I'm assuming that's why they did.
Yes, Cars Land is definitely one of my most favorite areas now.
I feel like I love it, even though I haven't been there. For two reasons. One, she loves it, and two, I remember I've done a few streams. Midlife Vibes, I think I used to watch. I still watch them, but I remember watching them at Christmas time. Also, by the way, love the Christmas, Christmas parade. I guess it's just a Christmas parade at DCA. It was spectacular. And Midlife Vibes, Juan Rodriguez, that whole crew, that West Coast crew, love them to death. And just love what they brought DCA wise to me. I want to be there at Christmas. I really do. I don't even want to go to DCA outside of Christmas. I would be sad because I love what they've done. The Radiator Springs Christmas lights was amazing.
You would love it outside of Christmas.
I'm sure I would. I'm sure I would.
Would you be able to switch that to the other side? I can't read that one. It's too small.
Only if you want it to.
Cover me. That's fine.
No, it's not it. Yeah, fine. Okay. Just read. So anyway, I think that my experience for DCA is older than hers. I will say this: it is where the iconic Soaring began. It's amazing.
Yes, the Soarin' ride.
Soarin' is spectacular, and it all started there. And I remember being a tad disbelieving, not annoyed, but not really believing the hate that the media was throwing on Disney California Adventure.
It felt like we were the only ones that loved it.
We were like,
are you crazy? This is amazing. It's smaller. It wasn't as they were comparing it to Disneyland. Well, it had to grow still. Mm-hmm. It was amazing.
and Disneyland is not a place that you would go for a week like people do to Disney World. Right. And I fear that people went, oh man, they've got 2. Now it's a full week. It's not. It's still not. It's still a day. It is a day. You could do Disneyland and DCA in a day. If you have 2 days, you could do it all. If you have 3 days, you're going to wonder what you're doing with your 3rd day. Would you agree with that?
Yeah,
it's just not
the crowds
huge.
Are bigger than they used to be. So it depends on how many rides you want to get on. So if you spend like a full day in line for rides, you might need an extra day. They are definitely, they're more crowded than they were when we used to go. And
hey, Disney Dan, thank you. I will check that out.
Maybe another reason we loved California Adventure more than the average bear was because we had annual passes. So it wasn't like we were spending a full ticket price to get a half of a park. That's what
true.
a lot of people
I do
felt.
think that people felt like the price was too high.
Right, because it was the same price as the other park. Well,
They were wrong.
They were going to pay the other one.
If you know me well, she does. You know that drives me crazy. You don't have to go.
So the other area, I don't know if you remember this.
Yes, Marvel Campus will be Bugsland. That's right, Caitlin. That's right. Which looks spectacular. You have notes?
Yes.
Oh, you keep looking.
I have
what is she doing? She's got a map.
A map that gives me the names of where it is. It's not an old one though.
No, I understand. But I was wondering what you were looking at.
So I
could
tell where I was.
Yeah.
So like where Grizzly Peak was.
I love that area.
That is like your jam. Do you remember?
Yes.
A long time ago, it was behind that area was Brother Bear's area.
Yeah, well,
so it's different now.
So we have
much different.
We have our kids, our 4 kids, and our 2 oldest, who are about to give us granddaughters, both in the next 4 days and 11 days. Where are we at? I don't know. Doesn't matter.
4 and
4 and 11. I think so. We're a week and a half away from 2 new people in our family. I'm excited. Jeffina and Jeffina 2. Good morning to you, Resort Budgeting. Boy, I hope you're having a good day. I am. I know you. But anyway, we got a little buffering. I'm buffering on my phone. I hope we're not buffering. Let me know if we're still clear. Hopefully, I think we are because I'm not hardwired into my phone. But anyway, so we had our 2 oldest were young then, and then on occasion we'd have we were foster parents, so we would have doesn't matter. We would have our kids and sometimes other kids. And going into that, okay, good. We're still good.
We always had my niece too, because I homeschooled her with our kids.
Jackie says Jeffina is a great name. Thank you, Jackie. I'm going to let them know. My girls are arguing with me. They think that they're going to name them, I don't know, other things. Everly and Everclear and Evermore. I don't know. But we would go over to that area, and it was very my jam, like you said. It was very Northwest California. Redwoods.
Look like the redwoods that we had been to many times. That was our vacation space to Yosemite, redwoods.
And they had this play area that was a kids play area that I didn't get to go on. I just got to be the dad and watch. And I'm still a little pissed off. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was.
We have to stand below and try to find them.
When I was a little boy, my mom and dad and my grandma and grandpa would take me to a lot of places. And one of the places that would take me to was SeaWorld. And SeaWorld had this play place where we got to run around. I went there with you one time. We took your staff once. But anyway, it doesn't matter. And there's rope areas you can climb on, and those rope I don't know, it's like a spider web of ropes that you can climb on as a kid, and galley planks and all this stuff, but it was in this redwoods sequoia motif, and I would just be the happiest dad. I would be the proudest guy. My kids running around having a ball, screaming in joy. I don't like kids screaming. I do like kids squealing in joy. And it was Jeff Breda. Everybody says Jeff Breda. I just wanted Jeffina and Jeffina.
You want some all Jeffina.
I want all Jeffina. Well, Jeff, if they would ever pop out a boy, but nobody in my family can do that apparently.
Grayson.
Wrong name.
That was the first one.
Not Jeff.
No.
I feel like you're missing the point.
They gave him your middle name.
They did?
Yes.
What's his middle name?
Christopher.
Not Jeff. Okay, anyway, so I love that area so much. And then I actually have never ridden the River Rapids. Isn't that crazy to say? Because I was there all the time, but I never did. I don't know why.
We didn't
I wanted
wet.
to. I always wanted to.
Not me.
Exactly. Do you see what just happened there? Hold on. Just pretend like she's not here for a minute. Do you see what happened there? I love those rides. And she throws.
You can go.
And she says to me, I wonder why you never rode it. Oh, me too. I have no idea why.
Oh, like me saying, no, we're not going to ride that. It will keep you from riding it. If you want to, you're going to do it.
Usually,
they all know you well enough.
Come to Disney with me. We'll find out. Yeah, that's right. Especially when I'm walking around a lot. But anyway, I love that area so much. The theming is spectacular. And I honestly almost feel guilty. As much as I love the Grand Californian, I've never been inside. I should have got my my little mug.
Oh, yeah, your mug.
I don't even know. Yeah, it's not right there. It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. I don't make you get up for it. But I love DCA old. Right? Like I remember the
cave. The Little Brother Bear Cave is where the girls would stay the most. Do you remember that?
I do.
You could go into the little cave and put your hand up on the wall, and it would tell you what your totem was. And then it also it would swirl around and it would show. And then also right outside was this constant little
Lumen says the Redwood Trail Challenge is still there. Cool. Sorry.
Yeah. The little there was this little trail. It was a little brook that had just a tiny bit of water in it, but the kids loved it. They would just splash and have fun, and it was barely got them wet. But also in the time they had the zip line tire. Do you remember that?
Yeah, exactly. I love it.
one time this guy put Reagan on, and I was like, okay, Reagan, if you're going to do that, you got to hold on
Reagan
really
would have
tight.
been really little.
She
like
was small.
4?
She was like 4.
Yeah.
So he put her on, and she flew, and the thing hit.
Big cheat meal.
And she went up and flew off and landed on her back.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Oh. She was like, she wouldn't do it again.
She doesn't have that adventurous spirit. It probably is why.
Once it's a little bit scary, she's done.
She'll still, I mean, she's 16. She'll still run upstairs at scary parts of movies.
She barely likes Soarin'. She doesn't like heights.
Last time she didn't do it.
Yeah, actually she got off.
I had to take her off.
Yeah.
If you missed a ride, you might have been eating bingo barbecue. Yes, that's at Disneyland.
The other place.
But that's still likely. Marvel Campus does sound interesting. It really does.
So we took some pictures there. They had Captain America's, I want to say there was a plane out front.
Oh, that would be awesome.
It's like a big hangar, and then there was this big, beautiful plane, and then there was like a military vehicle that you could pose in front of. But that's all that was there when we went. And the big, like, there was like a big shield that was really awesome. I should have pulled those pictures up because we have some of those there.
Yeah, I don't like. Okay, so I didn't like superhero movies until recently. I liked the original Batman, back in '89. I did, Michael Keaton. I liked all that. But then after that, I thought they were mostly rough until they got good with Heath Ledger. And then the MCU hits, and she's 18-year-old now. My Peyton is a big MCU fan, so I kind of became an MCU fan just to enjoy it with her. And now I do like the movies a lot. I mean, the Avengers movies were great. And I'm not an MCU nut like a lot of Disney people are. I have a lot of fun with it, mostly again because of Peyton. But my love for it has grown. Certainly, I do love me some Iron Man. It's just fun, but doesn't matter. It's like Avatar. Like I wasn't excited about an Avatar land. Yeah, the movie was it was good, I guess. I mean, it was visually insanely good. That's for sure, right?
Yeah.
And I wasn't overly excited about the land. I actually thought, what? That doesn't fit.
I thought it was cool.
It's amazing, and I love it. And that's how I kind of feel about Avengers Campus. I'm not going to care about it, but I know that people are going to love it. And the stuff I've read, I mean, Spider-Man flies over your head. Do you know that?
No, I mean, I've read
Spider-Man flies over your head as you're walking around.
I do like Tinkerbell flying over my
head. I was a Spider-Man guy when I was a kid. When I had my tonsils out, my dad got me the Riddler. Riddler? I think it was Riddler. One of the bad guys and a Spider-Man, little men. And it made my day. It was like my favorite day. So anyway, the plane is for Captain Marvel. Yeah, I think so. That's right. So anyway, yeah. So 31 of you in the house. I appreciate you all being here. I am so happy to be talking about something positive in this crazy time. And DCA is positive. Now,
it is.
I do. The last time I was there, I kind of have. Well, this is like the saddest story in the world that I haven't really shared very much. So when they were taking out Hollywood Tower Terror and they were creating Guardians of the Galaxy, the experience. It wasn't open yet. And we have a good friend. She had a good friend that I'd only met a couple times, honestly, who was an insider at Disneyland.
Long time cast member, like 30 years.
And we were out one of your California trips that I hardly ever went. Actually, I've only gone on one our whole life. And I went to that one. And some of my kids were going to Disneyland, including one of my daughters was taking her husband for the first time ever. And so we had one more ticket. And so I gave it to Peyton,
right,
instead of me going, and I had and he was hooking us up, and he didn't know that I had given my ticket to Peyton, because how do I go in and not let Peyton go, right? How do I do that? Plus I had a buddy in town, which we didn't even meet up though, but anyway, so I let her go in instead of me, and I'm driving away, and I'm like 1/3 of the way home, which was like 40 minutes, when I heard, hey, turn around. What's your friend? Richard was her friend, and he was going to take me backstage
to
show me his offices, which is not something everybody ever gets to do. And I was going to get to ride, is it Mission Breakout? I think it's called Mission Breakout. Whatever it's called, the Guardians of the Galaxy, not Hollywood Tower Terror, before the general public.
Mission Breakout.
Mission Breakout. Yeah, it didn't feel right when I was saying it. And I didn't ride it, and I didn't know I had that opportunity. I still would have let Peyton go, because how do you not?
Right.
And I wouldn't have said, well, I'll do it if you can let Peyton in, and he could have done that, but I wouldn't have done that. But it still feels, and he's passed away since too, which makes it even sadder.
He unexpectedly passed away right after.
And we had a message going, like we became, we connected through that. She connected with him before this. Her and my daughters and him built a really, really neat, special relationship. But anyway, it was an opportunity to go behind the scenes and ride a ride in advance, and I didn't get to do it. So it's a little bit of a bummer for me, and I've never I don't even know if I want to ride that ride now, which is crazy because of course I do. But it's weird. I blew it. It's one of those things where if you have an opportunity to meet somebody, meet them, because you never know. We had plans. I'll make sure I'll come back next year. I don't always come back, but I'll come back next year for sure for this on purpose. And then things happened. Life happened, and and he passed. So it's kind of a bummer. I'm not gonna lie, but
yeah, it was.
It's weird for me because I have this DCA opinion, and you have this DCA opinion. It feels like a different park is what I'm trying to say. The park that you know now. I mean, how many times have you been there since I've been there? Like, how many times have you enjoyed Cars Land? 10 or 15, I bet.
No, like.
Well, you were just there
twice. I've been there twice.
Oh, I thought it was
once
more.
A long time ago when they was first there, and then just last year at this time.
Well, we should talk about that one too. So this is kind of where the segue was attempting to go here. Last year at this time for grad night. It didn't feel right too. This is kind of a neat story. So we graduated high school in 1988. Yes, we're old. Don't do the math or do the math. I don't care. And I didn't go to grad night actually, which is weird because I love Disney. But she went.
Yes. And
now years later,
I went like a couple times because I went with my friends. Theirs that were a year ahead of me.
So our now 18-year-old graduated high school last year, and her and our niece, her cousin, are best buddies. They were born 8 hours apart or 6 hours apart?
No, like 20 hours apart.
One day apart.
Just
whatever.
1 day, yeah. They're cousin twins.
Yeah, they're best buddies in the world, but she lives out in California, and we now live out in Texas. So they had all these plans. They had all these graduation plans that changed. An 8-year-old makes a plan. Well, they really did them. They did some of them at least. We took her out there, and part of it was going to grad night.
Right. They had planned on years and years ago that they were going to do a graduation thing together. Mm-hmm. They were going to party and do their thing, and they absolutely did. And it was really funny because Neva's school, my niece, they couldn't even get in and get tickets.
Yeah, this is a neat story too. You should share this story.
I went ahead and contacted Disney because we have a homeschooling co-op, a homeschool group, and said, "Hey, I want to bring a few seniors. What do I need to do?" And they because we were so small, it was 2, but it was a group of like 6 of us total.
Oh,
we were done because we had to have chaperones.
That's right.
Other people.
Yes.
But because we were so small, they totally accommodated our homeschool. It was amazing.
Went above and beyond.
So I got to bring my niece in with us at our school. So they still got to go, and it was.
And they sent us all kinds of neat promotional stuff. I mean, the lady or the gentleman or whoever it was you were dealing with, they made you guys feel first class.
They were really amazing. Neat. Like they gave them grad night stickers and grad night, like lanyards and backpacks, and it was just a whole really neat kit that came. So they were super excited, and the party was actually in DCA, and they had like random spots through the park. They had these big giant stages with live music and crazy lights and flashing and dance. Kids would just break out and dance everywhere in the streets.
They sent me a lot of videos. Actually, I put them in some of the videos on the channel. You guys got a lot of the I don't know what it's called, the parade, whatever that parade was. It was a special parade, and I put that out there, and some really good stuff. You got some really good content, and it was the least you could do because this is 1 year at our house.
Yes,
we moved into this house
yesterday. Wait, the first.
We moved into this house. We were still moving into this house when they drove off to California.
Yes.
And I was fighting all the wolf spiders and the boxes, and I was in an empty house. And it was nice at the end of the day when you're moving. You go to work, you do 2 or 3 runs from one garage to the other garage. It's not that far. I don't know, 6 miles, 5 miles, whatever it was. And then I'd be tired at the end of the day. And it was 2 hours difference, and they would be sending me videos, and it was a really cool way to remember. All right, cool. My family's having a great time, and
you're miserable,
and they're gonna feel guilty, and they're gonna have to take me to Disney. We should really. RB and Dizzy said some very sweet stuff about Richard. We should have a show about Richard. I've not really shared much about Richard. I mean, it's really kind of her relationship more than mine. But we mentioned him. But it's a pretty neat thing.
He really was.
If there's a Disney angel on the planet, it was him
for sure.
And still. He's an amazing guy that I wish I knew better. You certainly got to know him really well. But anyway, so DCA, one thing that I do miss that I know is gone that I enjoyed, I liked it was very California. I'm a Californian, and it really celebrated California, which is part of the thing that people didn't like as much as I thought they would. Eisner certainly thought they would. I really liked the wine country section. I really did. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
it was so beautiful. It was a winery motif. Whatever.
I have pictures of the kids in front of it around like The vineyards behind, and then there's like wine barrels and stuff.
I want my backyard to look like that.
Yeah, it's very beautiful and kind of Italian looking.
It looks like California Napa. It looks like Napa.
Yeah,
it's Napa.
It was Napa.
If you know what Napa looks like, that's what it looked like. And there was a tortilla factory just to the left. If you're walking towards that, just to the left of that we would 100% of the time go to. And that I can tell you, there was never people there. Like you talk about crowds in Disney. I could do a 40-yard dash. Well, back then there was plenty of room. There was plenty of room.
15 to
hey, ATJH, what's going on?
That part has changed a lot.
Yeah,
There's
I guess so.
Crowds
I don't even
now.
know. Well, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
still, I don't care. I mean, I'm there to look around. Even if I just pay to walk around and look at everything and smell everything, that's totally fine with me.
That's where we definitely we're the same there. We just want. I love rides. I don't need to ride a ride. I'm happy to ride rides. I don't not want to not ride rides. Double negative there. But I don't need to ride rides to enjoy my. That's one of the reasons why I love Epcot. I love the rides that are there. I don't need to.
Yeah.
It's like Test Track doesn't fit for me at that park, but that's a whole other thing.
It is funny.
But we haven't talked about Pixar Pier yet.
Pixar Pier. So
probably the most popular section of DCA, and we haven't even mentioned it yet.
So Pixar Pier, I mean, the thing I remember the most about Pixar Pier, it was called something else before.
Paradise Pier?
Paradise Pier, right. So that's most of my memories are Paradise Pier. Mostly standing at the jellyfish ride for probably 2 hours while Reagan did the same thing over and over again, and all my kids ran around and did the roller coasters and the games.
I forgot that she liked that.
The jellyfish ride, she was very adamant that she stayed there forever.
By the way, loves roller coasters, having never ridden that coaster in either of its iterations.
Oh, well,
the big coaster there?
Probably because it flips upside down.
Now no, I don't care.
Oh, I don't. That's why I haven't went on it. I don't like that it flips.
The Incredicoaster now, which I don't remember what it was called before. California Screamin'? I never rode.
Well, and also we always have
Paradise Pier, yeah. That's really what it is. That was the time where me and you and Reggie would hang out, and our older daughters would go just have a blast.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just always assumed I could do it again, I guess.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know.
There used to be in the little corner too, there was this tugboat that was a splash pad, and it had all these things, and she would climb all over that.
We would play and shop, and they would go ride.
And they would ride the rides.
Do all the stuff. It seemed like a teenage area.
Yeah.
And Goopy Sky School, yeah, that was. It's up by Soarin', right? Wasn't that right by Soarin'? Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. Over in the
corner.
I
don't know. It seems like it was the walk around, hang out with you and Reagan, and eat food, which is probably why I love it.
So yeah, and we would do the rides kind of around. There was shopping there, and then there was that there's a mermaid carousel. It was things that were under the sea.
Yes.
So that would be our next stop.
Spectacular.
Because she would be all about that.
Wait. So hey, Life with Roxana, what's going on? The merry-go-round was artistically it wasn't horses. It was
sea creatures. And
spectacular.
Gorgeous, just beautiful.
Jumping jellyfish. Okay.
Oh yes, it is. The source school is.
You're right.
Soaring school.
Anyway.
But that I think the
I'm learning more on this stream.
Carousel's still there.
I don't know. I wouldn't know.
But now there's the Toy Story ride where the Mr. Potato Head is outside and he talks to you. Have you seen that?
I mean, I know of it.
Play the game and shoot.
At Toy Story Land in Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, it's like that. You shoot things through the game.
Midway Mania or something like that? Yeah.
You put the little glasses on and you spin around and play that. I'm trying to think what else is new that you haven't seen. Oh, the Yeti place. There's a place to get yellow snow.
Midway Mania, yeah.
We went by that.
Now that carousel is Jessie themed from Toy Story.
Oh, okay.
That's too bad.
Yeah, see, I didn't notice it last time. Huh.
So who's been to DC? I'm guessing it sounds like a lot of people in the chat have been to Disney's California Adventure. And if so, let me know how you feel about it. Compare it to Disneyland, whatever you want to do. I'm a huge fan of the old DCA when I feel like no one else, hardly anybody was. Obviously, they've changed it a lot, and it seems to me like everyone loves it on another level. It's certainly a popular park now.
Yeah, well, the Mermaid ride, was that there when you went? Have you ever been on the Mermaid ride? Because that's...
I don't think so.
I think
not that I recall.
That.
Lumachi says, I love it. Yeah, DC, and I think we said this yesterday, but I want to share it again because people who've not been to the Anaheim parks don't understand. You can do 2 parks, like it's a short little walk. Like if you walk out of Disneyland, you're walking into DCA in 5 minutes, strolling
you don't
slow.
have to switch cars.
Like you're not in a rush. Yeah, just
walk. We usually read the little plaques as we're walking out of like families that have bought like little
that's right.
castle things for people.
Yeah. It's a very short little, it's just a ticketing area. You know, you come from the parking lots and you go one way or the other or in between. I would have obsessed with that Jessie carousel. I love Toy Story 2. Oh, that movie made you talk the first time. That's so sweet. Jessie's a cool character. I like the Jessie character a lot. Toy Story is such a classic movie. Oh my gosh, a classic.
It's fun.
You know, series, I should say. Yeah, so we love DC. So on a scale of 1 to 10, or how do you want to compare it to Disneyland, or where does it fit compared to Disneyland for you?
Compared to Disneyland?
Because obviously, if we only have time for one, we're going to go to Disneyland. But you would be sad if we didn't go to DC. Is that a fair way to say that?
Yeah, I mean, I usually do Disneyland, and then I look longingly across over there at DCA and wish I had time to go again.
Oh, I've been saying that you do. You don't think you do?
No, because the kids usually want to do like all the Disneyland stuff. Like it's the rides. The lines are definitely longer, and they're usually wanting to spend their time in Disneyland more. Yeah.
So you would say that they need a second day for DCA?
I would, for sure. I mean, you can park hop, but
I mean, you do. It's preferable. It's preferable in certain aspects. There's more to do in Walt Disney World. That's undeniable. But, you know, pilgrimage is a hard word. But if you're a Disney fan and you have the time and the means, you got to go to Disneyland. Like, it's not cheap.
Right.
But you're not going to be sad. Now, you're going to be sad if you want to be there for 5 days. I really think that a lot of Walt Disney World people go and they're like disappointed in Disneyland. And I don't know, if you love the nostalgia of it, I don't know how you wouldn't go, wow, Walt was here. You know, it's
I could stay at
better
the base for sure
from that.
Because
Absolutely.
I would just hang out and relax and watch everybody day after day.
Jackie says, RB to Disney says, we love Disneyland and DCA. We don't do park hopping tickets. We take one. I would, if you have the time and you have the means, that's the way to do it.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah, and for me, you go to Disneyland the first day because DCA you can take a lot slower because there's just less to do. But I say that not really knowing that's true anymore.
No, there's more. There's definitely more now.
And Paradise Pier is different. And we haven't even talked about the World of Color, the amazing
the show.
Yeah, the amazing. That's the best show there is. I mean, I love Fantasmic, but the World of Color, is that what it's called? Is superior. It's the best one. I mean, fight me. I love it. It's amazing. You love it?
Yeah, I do. I love it.
Tom Hanks and Tim Allen, any movie, right? I do love both of them. Bosom Buddies and Home Improvement, right there. Original World of Color show, yeah. It's so good. It's so good. Like, I talk about crying, and I'm not a big crier. Disney will get me to cry. And
especially on that.
That is just moving. The music and it's perfect. I don't know. I'm in awe of the skill, and the engineering and the ingenuity and the brilliance it takes to create that. The backdrop.
People like Richard. I mean, my friend Richard, he actually recreated a light show at his house for Christmas because he loved Christmas. And he actually was on one of the shows. Is it the top 10 Christmas lights or something? Yeah.
And so, is it the Travel Channel?
It was like a Travel Channel.
Every year they have there's 3 different episodes or 4 different episodes of dudes and dudettes, people who have a house somewhere who go nuts,
go crazy with
for Christmas lights, which goals, by the way. I would love to be that guy. Yeah. Actually, our neighbor right here, he's pretty damn good.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, I was not sad last year. And he just moved in like a week before. Like it was perfect. But anyway, he's on that show. Like we saw him last year.
One of the top 10 lights in America.
And it is amazing. He
had lights. We
should invite his wife to be on the show.
Popped up and came out of the ground.
Hey, Kay.
They actually had to call the electric company, and he had to get his own pole installed to support everything that he was doing in his house.
So this guy's amazing, and
he would start putting lights up in like August to have them ready in December.
She just hopes I take our lights down in August. We didn't even put lights up last year. We can this year.
Yeah, we did.
I did.
We had the whole front was.
Oh yeah, we did a little. We did a
Mickey
little.
Mouse
That's
stuff.
right. That's what,
We have a 2-story. We're not going to get them. Up
I don't know.
top.
Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna do it. We're gonna have to pay a pro or something. It's like
no, we don't need them on the top. We'll just keep it really cool on the grass and
Done.
spread it out.
I'm cool with that. We've got some ideas on that, but
I
that's
want to
all
make a runway on the
paint the
side.
night parade. Exactly. Yeah, we'll do that. Paint the night parade. I love it. I love it. I think the entertainment at DCA is top notch. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, for sure. So I think the entertainment in
Oh,
California
that's cool.
at both the parks are top notch. I think they just have more to choose from out there.
Yeah. Mara says our daughter took the tour of Walt's apartment. She said she cried. You know, Walt's house in Palm Springs just sold.
Did it sell?
Yeah.
I saw that
It was on sale for a
sale.
while, and
Yeah.
I don't have the money for that. But had I had the money,
The little house in Palm
like if I had
Springs.
that extra to have that be my vacation house, I mean, heck, just make it a B&B. You probably can't make it an Airbnb. It's probably some law.
Well, what was
in
cool is the
California,
people who had it had totally like decked the whole inside with modern Disney. Like it was amazing.
I see you, Willie. Whatever. What makes me cry is no football and no baseball and no
sports.
Disney. How about that? All of it. I still say the festivals are better in California. I've heard that. So I love that they have their own food and wine out there. I would love to do that.
Yeah, we really need to go back and do that.
Most during DCA festivals, yes. I have heard people say that the festivals are better in DCA. Was that a real sentence?
So I think the
sense?
food
You know
and
what
the
I'm saying.
desserts in DCA are the best. Like out of all the parks, I definitely like the cupcakes are the best.
Richard
at
has a
DCA.
brick. Wait. You have a brick? You have a brickie next to Compass? That's so cool. That's so cool. He has a brick, one of those bricks that we look at.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fine.
So I have often told my friends, that is cool, Richard. I've often told my friends, with you here and behind your back, that you are the biggest cupcake snob in the history of cupcake snobs.
Yeah,
You really are.
I know.
I mean, really. It's kind of weird.
It's
And
because of Disney California
It is
Adventure.
DCA's fault.
It
That's
is
exactly
totally.
right.
Once
So,
you have cupcakes
I'll shut
there,
up. Go.
well,
Why are they just talking about
they layer it with different flavors. The moisture, like everything is, they pair flavors on purpose. I don't really know. I just know that they're the best, and I've tried a ton of cupcakes in Florida.
First time we're in Orlando, we're at the Cauldron, not the leaky cauldron, the candy cauldron.
Yeah,
And
that was in Disney Springs.
it's like day one, maybe day two of our first time as a family being there a couple years back. And this is a cool store, and it's really fun. And I'm watching them create
It's neat to look
stuff.
at. Mhm.
And
You can watch them make it, the apples in the window.
and we dropped $395 on 47 different cupcakes, and they're stuffing their face.
No, that's when we had our meal card thing. They're
stuffing their face, and they're having a good time, and they're in a sugar coma, and they're all stoked out of their mind. Well, I think I'm sipping on Starbucks. I think I went across to Starbucks. Pretty sure. Doesn't
Probably.
matter. Doesn't matter. I mean, because I like cupcakes, but I don't. I mean, whatever.
He doesn't like chocolate much.
I don't like them like that. So anyway, ATJH, have a great day. Appreciate you being here. So supportive. Love you. Thank you for everything. And so you guys are like finishing your just cupcake whatever. And they're like, yeah, you and Peyton, I remember.
We cut them in 4s, and we all take a bite of each
Mhm.
one so we can kind of see and compare what the different flavors were.
Mama, I will not eat cupcakes. I will not eat cupcakes. I will not eat cupcakes. Maybe.
Oh.
So anyway, so they're scarfing them down, and they're having a great time, and they're, oh, I'm so happy, blah, 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 blah. And then at the end, they're like, yeah, not as good. And then from that moment on, it has been like this. It's like you're a political advisor, and you're on the side of DCA cupcakes against Walt Disney World cupcakes.
There's no comparing. It's just I have to go back to DCA to get a decent cupcake.
And that's where
And
the
a Red
cupcake
Bull.
snob.
And did you know? Okay,
Jackie
so,
mentioned the bread bowls.
yes.
Yeah. I've told her she should, real fast, and then I'll shut up. I've told her she should do an Instagram or a YouTube channel or whatever. You're right, I won't. It's the cupcake snob. It's your,
That would
it's
be
your niche
funny.
or niche.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Sorry.
Bread bowls.
So the bread bowls are amazing. Pacific Wharf. We went
We
in
would always
there.
eat that.
Yeah, we did. Because we always loved the soups or whatever was in the chili or whatever in the bread bowl. But Reagan was like, I am not eating anything there. Well, then we found out on the secret menu, you can get mac and cheese in one of those bread bowls. She was there.
That sounds good.
So yeah, it sounds
so
good. Not. It was so good. That's where you like
LaBrea Bakery.
Yep.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
And they have some fun place to take pictures. They had like the big net with all the fish, and the girls could like walk in and take a really cool picture and look like you got caught in the fish net.
And of course they've got the iconic, well now it's the Incredicoaster, but it looks so good at night. It's lit up and so, come on, Instagram worthy spots are all over there. And that wasn't even a term then.
The lights.
But now it's even better.
Yeah, at night it's beautiful.
See, yes, you should follow. That would be fun to share your sweets and treats and thoughts. She really should. She's, you know, Peyton had Peyton's Pastries when she was a little girl.
She was like starting at about 7. She was a crazy baker. Like she made all kinds of stuff.
That was our first foray into social media.
I was buying these little boxes of like Jiffy Mix because that was like her base to everything. So I'd have to like buy 12 every time I went to the store because she would mix them up and sometimes they would be pies and sometimes she'd add cheese.
Kitchen was always
a mess.
Busy.
She was always in there cooking.
Yeah. It's probably good that she's backed off of that because she wasn't good at the cleaning part.
Yeah, no, she still isn't good at the cleaning part. No.
But it was fun. I enjoyed it. You know, we did it with Mom. We went, one of our vacations, we went up for New Year's Eve, actually. I think it was. Doesn't matter.
We
went up to Mom's in Missouri.
Out of,
that was her favorite creation. Well, that was my...
Twinkies. So we took Twinkies and we dipped them into chocolate. So it was a chocolate mousse head.
It came out good. I mean, she was like 8 or something.
We took melted chocolate and made antlers and let them dry and then peeled them off and stuck them on there. They were super cute.
They were.
Yeah, she was great. We made a little herd for Christmas.
And then we ate them.
And then we ate them all.
We took some pictures. We ate them.
I'll have to get I have pictures of those.
So what's your favorite thing at DCA?
My favorite thing at DCA, goodness.
Disney's
probably Cars Land is probably still one of my favorites, and I think it's just because I haven't like got to like really do all.
They talk about the immersion there being second to none.
It's amazing, like, and the ride is. It's like if you take Test Track and put it into the Cars movie, you're gonna love it.
I am gonna love it. Well, we've been to the Cozy Cone for real.
Yes, a couple times. The real Cozy Cone.
It's kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
We like Route 66. We have a connection to Route 66. I don't know that we've done it on purpose, but we've come to love it. Would you agree with that?
Oh, for sure.
We've broken down on Route 66. We've on purpose. We've done a lot of Route 66
for sure.
And yeah, the Cozy Cone's on Route 66. You know, if you know that area of the world between California and like the desert, like the I don't know, that whole area. It's very nostalgic. And Cars did a great job.
They did.
They did a great job of bringing that to life, to animation, whatever the right way to say it is. And again, I've not been there, but it appears that
you're gonna love
cartoon, the animation comes to life.
For sure, you're gonna love it. It has the whole little town. You're like there.
It's funny you say that about Test Track. Everybody loves Test Track. One of my daughters, it's her favorite ride. Many people, when you ask them their favorite ride, they say Test Track. For me, Test Track's a lot of fun with the worst theming ever.
It's not good theming. It's okay.
People love it. Ed from Bifree, he named that as his favorite, and he named the theming. So people love it. I'm just not a car guy.
Yeah, that's probably it. But you're not, because a lot of people like to make their own car and
I couldn't
do all that part.
Yeah, I couldn't guess. But the ride, like, and the ride, like the theming of the ride is like,
it's a race.
It's dumb. No, it's not even a race. If it was a race, it'd be fun.
Oh no, it's testing. That's right. You're testing your car that you made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's
a race.
You animate. It's the same thing to me Disney. As Dinosaur versus Indiana Jones, right? I'm hungry now too, right?
No, I mean similar, yeah, but I think Dinosaur is way worse than Test Track when you compare like how they did it.
Did you stay in a teepee? We did not. We could have.
I did when I was little.
Oh, you did. That's right. We didn't. When we were in that area, it's pretty cool. If you like rocks, if you like geology, if you like
rocks,
stuff like that,
petrified wood.
Oh my gosh!
Everywhere.
You can pick it up like on the side of the freaking road. It's unbelievable. Like it's for sale over there for $50, but it's right there by Bend Down. It's crazy.
Do you remember that huge petrified wood like yard sale we went to.
That's exactly what I'm thinking
crazy.
of. And that's close to the Cozy Cone.
Yes.
That was a fun store.
It was such an
They
amazing
had alligators and fossils and oh my gosh.
I could have had one of everything.
What was that? What town is that? It's that's gonna bug me. Would you say?
I want to say Moriarty or something like that.
All right, it doesn't ring a bell. I don't remember.
Jackie might know.
Jackie might know. I was thinking the same thing.
It's kind of like
that world.
Over that way.
Kind of. I think that's in Arizona. Hey, JLB Nerdy, what's going on? Glad to see you here. Well, anyway, my point is, we could have, we stayed in a pretty crappy hotel, not that far.
We stayed in some sketchy ones nearby.
Yeah.
Where we're like, yeah, okay, let's just sleep and get out of here fast.
The drive from Gallup to Needles is so nice. Kingman, Arizona. So, Route 66 by Depeche Mode, live version 101, Pasadena, Rose Bowl, in my head right now because of you. Good stuff. Get your kicks. Okay, so anyway, I think that I want to go back and I want to stay in the Cozy Cone. So we stayed in a pretty garbage hotel.
The Cozy Cone was a little sketchy looking.
The Cozy Cone wasn't that far away. It is more about taking an Instagram picture. There's more people taking an Instagram picture in the parking lot than actually staying there.
Because they've actually made her out front. Like they have old cars that they've put out front now to kind of go with.
It really is a classic place.
It is.
You really I don't want to be rude to some family or guy doodad or whatever. If they're not billionaires, they're stupid. Because it's Moriarty.
Yes,
you were right.
Moriarty.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Moriarty, New Mexico. Wow, good. Moriarty, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we stayed in a hotel there that I would not recommend.
Yes, it was not so good.
Yeah.
Do you remember the one we stayed in where they had just glued down new carpet?
Oh my
And I'm pretty
gosh.
sure we were high by midnight. Because
I do.
we had to open all the windows and doors, and you didn't want to.
I remember going in the bathroom and I opened up the window and there was a brick, not even brick though, but like you would see in an old 70s pool, like that kind of brick. And I'm like, oh, I mean,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure if you want to get murdered, that's the place to go. I don't know. I'm just going to say it like that. But that hotel, that specific hotel.
Yes, that was
not the town, the hotel.
That was special.
That was rough. But anyway, then 3 minutes down the road was Cozy Cone, right?
I know, yes.
So we should have stayed there. I think the cost was, I don't think we looked at it, but I think driving away, I remember looking and I remember thinking, I think I remember the prices were nuts. I don't know.
Really?
I might have that wrong. I don't know. It popped in my head, but I don't trust myself. If you had to just drove 20 more minutes, you would have been in Albuquerque. We've stayed in Albuquerque before. I love Albuquerque. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 autographed 8x10 pictures of actors from Breaking Bad right there. I'm nuts for Breaking Bad and I liked Albuquerque before that. I'm a Dodgers fan. They used to have the Albuquerque Dukes there. I know they're not there anymore, but I've always loved Albuquerque because of that. And I love the area. It's beautiful. I love the red. I love the what are the mountains? Something Cristo. I can't remember the name of them. I love them. I think they're beautiful. I love that area so much.
And we've seen there a million times.
And I love Billy Kid. I want to get out there to that whole world and.
See, when we drive out, though, we usually just drive past all of that because we're usually aiming to stop at Flagstaff.
We are usually wanting to stay. She is usually in a hurry. I do love Flagstaff.
In Flagstaff.
See, that's the thing.
I know all of that area.
Love Flagstaff.
I know the hotels
Sandy
that are
Mounds. Okay,
good.
there you go. Sandy Mounds.
You're close to the Grand Canyon. I know all the restaurants. We have our favorite spots there.
Yeah, the good restaurants in Flagstaff.
The way home is often when we end up at one of these weird things.
Jackie's so right. Some of the worst days have some of the best memories.
Yes.
This is not DCA talk anymore, but there's a little place we stayed in Oregon Caves, Oregon. It's some of our favorite memories.
Yeah.
And it's just,
it was the only hotel. The only hotel
in like 100 miles that we.
It was clean, but looked like it could be sketchy, but it wasn't.
Oh, it was so sweet. I remember the owners; they were so sweet.
You remember they had swans in their lake in the back.
They liked us, so they gave us their sneaky. If you go behind,
you can look at our swans.
And it was cool though. I remember thinking this is dumb, but it was really cool.
Yeah.
Flo's Cafe in Carsland has a huge burger on the clean car hubcap on a special menu. Interesting.
That's fine.
I do. Richard earlier said the drive from Gallup to Needles so nice, especially around Kingman. I love road trips, and I do love that area.
I do love that area.
I love the area from New Mexico to Sedona. you know, and then down to what's 17. I guess you take the 17.
Yeah,
there.
the 17.
Yeah, I love it. It's so beautiful. The national parks we stayed in there, just every moment we spent in that area.
And then you have to mention right before California, Quartzsite.
Cave Junction. What did I say?
Oh,
Cave Junction. That is what it is. The Sangre de Cristo Mountains are near Santa Fe. Okay, all right, fancy. I don't know. My grandparents are on my dad's side, live in Prescott. Oh, I've got, remember Tori, who I used to work with?
Yeah.
Her family was from Prescott.
Yeah.
Prescott? Prescott? I'm not sure which way to say it. Prescott and Prescott, is it the same? Is it just your choice? Or is it Quartzsite?
Quartzsite.
So yeah.
It's my favorite. I love that.
So I don't really understand why we love Quartzsite, but we do love Quartzsite. Like
we're so weird.
Why do you know Quartzsite, Jackie? Like there's like 8 people who live there.
Past it.
She's in New Mexico. Oh well, yeah, going to California.
I'm sure she drives by it as much as we do.
We used to drive. Yeah, it would be a Carl's Jr.
Yeah, there's
right. Yeah, there's a Carl's Jr. I think it's Carl's Jr.
There's a McDonald's now too. They've added a lot. Like wow, there's more than one gas station. Yeah, there's.
You know what, they have a lot of
out there now.
Like if rocks were worth money, ooh man, would you be rich out there?
We went by.
Wait. She RVing to Disney owns an RV.
Yes.
Who would have thought
there
that?
You go, duh.
I had no idea.
That's a stop there.
And all the RVs stop there.
Yes.
And then they get there and they're riding high, and then they get all the rocks and they're like.
So if you go in like I think it's January and February, they have like this massive like rock festival, and I could probably spend weeks there. Special people, but the rocks are amazing. Like. Yeah, we could totally do that.
The people look like they haven't worn a shirt in
They
a couple
look like
decades.
Prospectors or hippies. You get your combo.
I don't think they look like prospectors.
They all look related to
I think they are prospectors.
They are.
I don't think they look like prospectors.
They all look like my family.
They look like the sun has been pissed at them.
Yes.
Yeah?
They forgot something.
They are, I'm red-green colorblind, but they are a shade of red that is it's a quartzite sunburn shade of red. It's a little bit dirt that hasn't been washed off in 3 months.
A little bit.
And a little bit the sun never goes behind a cloud there.
Yeah, you just got to try it.
Is it the hottest place on the planet that's not called Death Valley?
No, it's very windy.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's hottest.
No, it's hot. It's hot.
I mean, it does get hot. Yeah. Your desert.
And you know what grows there really, really, really well? Rocks. And that's it. There's nothing that grows there. And RVs. Why is it an RVing place? We need Jackie on the show. I have RV questions. I don't understand.
I don't know, but I love it. It's just a weird, quirky place.
I don't know why we like it, but we do.
Yeah, we do.
Our oldest daughter was a rock hound. I don't think she is anymore.
Not as much.
I loved it when she was into rocks.
I still am.
You bought her, yeah, you are. You bought her a spinny thing.
A rock tumbler.
It would make rocks different.
It would polish them.
That's what I said.
Now we have like the little grit sandpaper.
We do?
You can do. Yes, where you do like different layers of. It makes them pretty.
Are you saying they use dirt as a substitute for sunscreen? Yeah. Well, no. They use dirt as a substitute for, cleanliness.
Well, it's blowing dust all the time, so that's why.
Pretty sure it was Carl's Jr. I'm pretty sure we stood out there, and I'm pretty sure I did a video going. But I like it there. I do like rocks. I don't like rocks like you like rocks, but I like rocks. I was inside baseball stuff. Where in our bathroom we have a bathtub, and you've got like this. You got like 20 rocks.
They're not rocks.
They're rocks.
They're crystals.
Oh.
They're gorgeous big crystal formations.
So
many of them. They're actually from Texas.
Are you going crazy right in front of everybody?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just wanted to ask.
So
why do you have rocks in the bathtub?
On
the ledge of the bathtub.
Because they're drying. So what
are they?
What I was doing is I filled the bathtub up with water. So because they're from a mine and they haven't been cleaned or
Who's
anything.
mine?
I don't know, somewhere here in Texas.
Mine.
Anyways, I have a basket in there that I was soaking them in to try to get them cleaner because they have all kinds of weird things in them.
Who cleans their rocks?
Me. And so I had to line them up on the back of the tub to dry because I didn't want it to drip anywhere. So there you go.
I was doing my thing the other day, and I think I was drying my hair, whatever I was doing. I'm like,
they're beautiful.
And she wasn't there, and I'm like, are they?
Yeah, they are. All kinds of different shapes and really.
So where are they from? Why do you have them?
They're from a mine here in Texas. Oh, I have them because they're pretty, but they're like raw. They're dirty and gross.
How did how did we acquire them?
Probably a store, a shop.
Probably a store or shop.
Yeah.
So it cost me money for the rocks because we don't have enough rocks in my backyard. We can't even dig a hole in the backyard.
Those are not even.
There are a lot of rocks. It's like quartzite, like 3, not even that, like an inch down. Anyway, next time you're there, go to High Jolly's tomb. No one's ever said that to me.
Where?
Next time you go there, quartzite obviously, go to High Jolly's tomb. It's probably better than 50-50 that I'll never be in quartzite again.
I will.
It's 100% guaranteed she'll be in
and
quartzite.
I will find it.
Paula just keeps getting cooler and cooler. I mean, I love her. She's my favorite.
Rocks are brown and ugly. Yeah, there you go.
Rocks are brown and ugly. Crystals are colorful and interesting.
So, yes, mine are beautiful. They're not very colorful. I have like 3 in there that are like shades of pink, but most of them are just like a really pretty white.
Paula, you rock.
Very clear.
Which is truth and funny mostly. I collect heart rocks, so don't you collect heart rocks? I collect heart rocks. I feel like when I read things that Jackie...
And she cleans her rocks too.
Well,
there you go. It makes them prettier.
Probably a little crazy there too. It's okay.
No.
So I've never, every now and then I'll read what Jackie types, and I feel like I say those words in that order for the first time ever, including now. I collect heart rocks, so don't hate. I have a question.
What?
What's a heart rock?
A rock that's shaped like a heart naturally. They have those, but you have to hunt for them.
And I do clean them. And no, I don't. I have to hunt for them. I hunt for stuff, and I collect some weird stuff. So I'm not one to talk, except for rocks. I have rocks on my ledge right there. My grandfather used to give me. Is it geodes? Yeah, geodes.
Yes, those are awesome too.
And I do love those
too.
Like I'm making fun of rocks, but I love rocks. I love rocks more than I do. I don't
like
put them.
The pieces that I have downstairs in the windowsill.
They are pretty
amazing.
Cool. I do like rocks. I'm being funny.
Super amazing.
I like rocks. Our grandpa Jack, who needs to put on pants sometime in his life.
He used to sell in quartzite.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Yes. He's got these massive.
He has a great
stalactites.
Oh, that's right.
Just massive.
He would really sell in quartzite?
Oh yeah.
I did not know that.
And he would take rocks and he would like make these beautiful spheres out of them and polish them.
He did. He went down. You walk in his house and he had like where I would have a thing full of baseball cards and stuff. He has a thing of rocks, and I really did love it. Like I'm making fun, but I do love rocks. I don't like rocks in my bathtub, but whatever.
Rocks are the perfect pet. They are.
I mean, they talk back less, so there's that. A rock barometer, is that a thing? Rocks are interesting. If they are wet, it is raining. If they're rolling, it's windy. Jay, I love you. I do like the rocks in Death Valley that seemingly move.
Oh yeah, those are fun.
We got to do. You know what? At some point, we'll do a national park week.
We do.
I love national
talk
parks.
About all our rocks and stuff from there.
So I don't know. I blame you and Mar and Jackie.
We're over time, by the way.
Oh, we are. Did we start late? We must have started late. I didn't think we were late. Oh, we were because my computer. Anyway, so thank you guys. I had fun today. The world is crazy right now. I watched a lot of news last night, and I probably won't tonight. It's just nuts. It's just nuts. But I'm glad you were here, and I'm glad we got to share this a little bit. I hope we put a smile on your face. Colorado has. I love Colorado. I've not spent enough time in Colorado. I bet they do downside.
We have people we love there.
We do. We do.
Say hi.
We have more people from our church there than at our church.
I know.
But anyway, I like mountains, and I've not explored the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah.
And I feel like God is mad at me. We need to go play in the Rocky Mountains. He is. I haven't seen his Rocky Mountains yet, and he put them there for me, so I need to go see them. We have Elephant Rock State Park. Wow. Okay. Thank you, Hitchhiking Bones. I enjoyed it. I always love this. It's a fun way to start the day. I thought this was going to be a quarantine thing. And we're still, we work from home. I was talking to my board president yesterday. I worked from home a little bit before. I've embraced it. I got to be honest. I can do most of my work from here outside of supporting my staff and being, you got to be in this physical place while we're not having after school programs.
Well, we don't have kids, right?
Yeah, it's certainly work from home time. And part of the fun of this time, and I hate to say it like that, but no, I don't. It has been fun, is this and you guys. I love starting our day this way. Go downstairs, have some coffee, come up here, talk to my friends, puts me in a good mood. So thank you. If you're enjoying it, that makes me really, really happy. I almost feel selfish, but I'm telling the truth. I love this. I love doing it with you. I have to kiss her because Jackie's here and I got yelled at one time for not doing it.
A long time.
But and she's going to send me pictures of rocks, and I'm going to assume she's throwing them at me.
Cool.
If I don't kiss you. So, but heart rocks are a thing. All the things you learn. We should take notes about all the crazy stuff we learn. It could be a book someday. Yeah. Not that anyone would read it, but I could write it. Till tomorrow, we can rock and roll some more. Oh, yeah. Wanna rock and roll. Who sings that song besides me? All night. And party every day. What do you mean you don't know?
I don't remember.
It's Kiss. All right, thank you guys. I think Myers and the Mouse is live. I think they're back. Pretty sure they were in chat. Are you still here? You're probably not here because you're probably live. I'm pretty sure she's live. Pat Flynn goes live right now too. Kiss, yeah, Kiss. Paul Stanley to be specific. Kiss the band, rock the style of music, and
rocks are prettier clean than when they're dirty. Mr. Willie says that rocks were supposed to be dirty.
Got a Facebook message popping up on my notifications from RVing to Disney. I bet it rocks. I'll check that out in a minute. Thank you, my friends. All of you, thanks for being here. Members, thanks for being a member of the channel. Moderators, thanks for being moderators. Ninja watchers and people in chat, love you all. Be safe out there. If you live in a part of the world that's nuts, be safe. And fear doesn't win. Don't let it. The world's nuts right now. But be the good part of the nuts. All right, I love you all. Have the best day ever. Again, Myers and the Mouse, I think, is live now. Pat Flynn is live now.
We're the good part of the nuts.
I think so. I think so. DCA was today. I'm not sure actually which of the parks we're doing tomorrow. I don't know that I've put it in order. I guess it doesn't matter. But it's one of the 4 in Walt Disney World. So stick around for that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Appreciate you. If you're listening on the podcast, thanks for being here. Yeah, I think that's it. Anything you want to say?
See y'all tomorrow.
Have the best day ever. Go do something awesome. Have fun storming the castle. Oh, Mar, you beat me to it. I love it, Mar. You're freaking awesome. Yes, Myers and the Mouse just went live. Disney Cruising Artist Chat with Monarch Moments. So go give her some love. All right, that's it. See ya.